The Mexican cartels are taking over the tortilla industry. A family got brainworms from eating undercooked bear, and scientists have brewed a killer bee beer. These are the weird stories for Tuesday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast in the universe. I got 3 weird stories from all over the world for you. Let's do it. The Mexican drug cartels are taking over the tortilla industry. Oh, cool. Can't wait to get my order of cocaine tortillas. That's going to be nice. I won't get sleepy after dinner. We have the Mexican drug cartels. They continue to dominate the trafficking of narcotics both south of the U.S. border and throughout the United States. However, the powerful and dangerous criminal organizations are now impacting some other businesses in their home country, including those producing a culinary staple. Apparently, the cartels have gained more political clout by extorting money from a variety of locally owned businesses, including about 15% of the country's tortillerias. This is according to the National Tortilla Council. So they're taking over the tortillas. First, the avocado industry, and now the tortillas. Hey, cartels, would you leave my burritos alone? Keep them away from the picante, guys. Keep them away. The article goes on to say the shakedown of about 20,000 neighborhood storefront tortilla businesses is part of an operation by the cartels that are also taking cash from local fishermen, chicken vendors, trucking companies, lumber operations, and other businesses. Yeah, they're kind of like the government in some way. You would think they would lay off the local neighborhood tortilla, the tortilla stand. That's weird. I mean, how much are they making a day, man? Leave the tortilla guy alone. What this has resulted in is large organized crime groups traditionally known for trafficking cocaine and other drugs like fentanyl, taking control of how these companies operate. Among those hardest hit are those making tortillas by hand to feed the demand for the product throughout Mexico. The gangs coming after the people making tortillas by hand in Mexico, poor grandmas and whatnot. This doesn't make any sense. So strange to me. Probably you can make a new movie out of this, though, starring Al Pacino. He sold tortillas on the corner, and the mob wanted in. Presenting Blood Tortillas, a new film. First, you get the tortillas, and then you get the power. All right, now, enough clowning around here. We have Hermero Lopez, who runs the National Tortilla Council. This is a first, too, for me, learning that there's a National Tortilla Council. Seems like an important position to have in Mexico. Here's a quote from Homero. He says, "We're practically at the point where criminals set the price of tortillas." We can't have that. Yeah, I agree, Homero. You can't have criminals setting the price of tortillas. The National Tortilla Council reported this month that the price of tortillas, oh my goodness, it surged nearly 61% in Mexico because of rising costs, inflation, and widespread insecurity. 61% increase in tortillas, and that's a staple. No bueno. These cartels are setting the price of goods at these local tortilla shops. Officials say that if tortilla shops refuse to pay the money the cartels demand from them, their tortilla spot is either set on fire or they're shot at. Goodness. Antonio Vasquez runs the Tortilla Association in the small Mexican state of Morelos, which is south of Mexico City. Antonio says that he left his law firm to open a family tortilla business more than 20 years ago. At the time, a local street gang was charging business owners $10 a week to protect the community from crime. But as crime started to increase after the gang originally cut down on thefts and other offenses taking place, the prices they started to charge increased as well. Now, Vasquez said the local tortilla producers are being charged upwards of $900 per month from the gangs. He says somebody has to speak out. Yes, somebody has to speak out. This is unacceptable. We have to draw the line somewhere. Tortillas is going too far. Then they're going to get into the corn, and then the tamales. The tamales, guys. We've got to protect the tamales. They can do whatever they want with that Mexican candy. That's terrible, that Mexican candy. What is that all about? Does everything in Mexico, even your candy, have to taste like a burrito? This candy is so spicy, it's almost as though nobody has acid reflux in Mexico. Even our candy gives acid reflux. Why does the candy have to taste like salsa? Well, You got to just cross your fingers and hope that the police and government can eventually get a hold of this cartel situation down there. I've been watching it for years, and I'm astounded that they just run free for all. They just do whatever they want in the country. It's very sad. Very, very sad. And it's a country that I absolutely adore. I've been to Mexico City twice, and I'm going to try to go again within the next year. It's one of my favorite places to visit. I highly recommend it. It's lovely. The people are amazing. And, I don't need to say anything about the food. And you better believe the next time I'm down there, I'm going to show the tortilla grandmas some extra love, now that I know what they have to go through. A family got brain worms after eating undercooked bear meat. You can't eat rare bear. Everybody knows that. You will encounter a very grisly fate if you eat rare bear. How about that for some award-winning puns? A family gathered in South Dakota for a reunion that included a special meal. Kebabs made with the meat of a black bear. Bear kebabs. That's pretty funny. I've never come across bear kebabs ever. Make sure it's cooked well. So one of the family members had harvested this black bear from northern Saskatchewan, Canada. Lacking a meat thermometer, oh boy, the family assessed the doneness. The doneness, is that a word? Yeah, we assessed the doneness of the bear meat. The doneness level was pretty done enough, done to my naked eye. It says the family assessed the doneness of the dark-colored meat by eye. Again, without a thermometer. Foolish. At first, they accidentally served it rare, which a few family members noticed before a decision was made to recook it. It's a little chewy, this bear meat. Wow, I feel something crawling up into my brain. Maybe cook it a little further. I'll try again. So they recooked it. It says the rest of the family reunion was unremarkable, and the family members departed to their homes in various states, such as South Dakota, Minnesota, Arizona. Some days later, though, family members began falling ill. Oh, that's not good. Let's learn a little bit about how do you know when you have brain worms? When you ask Uncle Cecil to pass the gravy, and he goes, I like pudding. You're like, oh, no, I think Uncle Cecil's got the brain worms. Okay, we have a 29-year-old male in Minnesota sought care for a mysterious illness marked by fever, severe muscle pains, swelling around his eyes, high levels of infection-fighting white blood cells, and other laboratory anomalies. Ooh, laboratory anomalies. Ooh, you don't want to walk into the ER with various laboratory anomalies. That'll raise some eyebrows. And they might say, did you have some rare bear? You're in for a grisly ending. The man, this Minnesota guy, sought care 4 times. Oh, what kind of insurance does he have? He was hospitalized twice in a 17-day span. It wasn't until his second hospitalization that doctors learned about the bear meat, and then it all made sense. The doctors found that this man had a condition called trichinosis? The infection of trichinella nematodes, also known as roundworms. Am I pronouncing any of this correctly? I don't know. I don't hang around rare bear meat. These words are new to me. These dangerous parasites can be found worldwide, embedded into the muscle fibers of various carnivores and omnivores. It's quite rare to find them in humans in North America. Between the years 2016 and 2022, there were only 7 outbreaks of trichinosis in the U.S. The majority were linked to eating bear meat, but moose and wild boar meat are also common sources. Yeah, I'd imagine anything wild, you're going to risk exposing yourself to parasites, boar meat, bear meat, moose meat. And by the way, for those of you living in Florida, armadillos have leprosy. Stay away. This article goes on to give a very detailed, descriptive journey of what happens with the larvae once you eat them. I'm going to do it in the voice of that Attenborough guy that I love so much. It's Sir Attenborough. Once eaten, larvae encased in the meat are released and begin to invade the small intestines, causing pain, diarrhea, nausea, and vomiting. Then the larvae develop into adults in the gut. They mate and they produce more larvae there. The second generation of worms then go wandering throughout the lymphatic system, the glorious lymphatic system, into the blood, and then throughout the body. The larvae, the cute larvae, end up all over, reaching skeletal muscles, even the wondrous heart, and the intellectual brain, which is rich in oxygen. The systemic phase is marked by fever, periorbital edema, muscle pain, heart inflammation, and lovely brain inflammation. The larvae can also provoke severe eosinophilia. Well, I can't pronounce these damn words half the time, but I'll just be moving on. They pay me quite well to skip them, particularly when they move into the heart and the central nervous system. Yes, the life of a roundworm. Oh, the dead humans lying about the dinner table. Says here that of the 8 people interviewed, the family members that were present for the bear meat meal, 6 had illnesses matching trichinosis, ranging in age from 12 to 62. 3 of them were hospitalized, including the 12-year-old. 4 of the 6 sickened individuals had eaten the bear meat, while only 2 ate vegetables that were cooked alongside the meat and then cross-contaminated. Wow, you can't even get away with just eating the vegetables that were near the meat. This is a very dangerous situation. You got to avoid this stuff, it would seem to me. And then again, I don't live in the forest. What do I know? But nope, don't worry. For those of you that have been exposed, you know, there's still a bright future for brainworm survivors in the Republican Party. Yay! Scientists have brewed a killer bee beer. It's the sound of science, sort of. We have Killer Bee Beer, developed by a group of scientists working at Cardiff University's School of Pharmaceutical Sciences. You got to imagine that they're pretty bored. They've run out of shit to do, and they're like, what else? Well, I don't know, want to brew beer out of something weird? How about we brew beer out of scorpions? No, already been done. Killer bees. Oh, let's hit it. The Pharma Bees Project is what it's called. Is exploring how the pollination of certain plants could lead to the development of drugs to treat superbugs and antibiotic resistance. Saccharomyces cerevisiae, commonly known as brewer's yeast, is found in the gut microbiome of honeybees. Ooh, honeybees have this in their gut. Now, when working on this project, the scientists isolated the brewer's yeast from killer bees that died naturally, according to the professor. Died naturally? Sure, professor, sure. You didn't kill any of these bees? Find that hard to believe. Anyways, they said they used the isolated killer bee brewer's yeast along with the yeast from Welsh honeybees to make several batches of beer. But is it delicious? And when can I try it? The project has placed numerous beehives around Cardiff University as well as specific plants to encourage the production of super honey and aid the School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences superbug research. They're using this research into learning about bee-related products, trying to produce something unique, because honey isn't enough. Don't they have hard honey? It's called mead, I believe. Mead. Someone told me they went to one of these alcoholic honey parties. It sounded like a good time. I wish I went. I had a show. Are any of you throwing an alcoholic honey party within the next several months? I want to be there for that. These scientists are looking for a brewer now to collaborate with in order to bring the Killer Bee beer to the market, with proceeds helping to support bee research. Ooh, I support that. We need the bee research. It's very important. The bees pollinate everything. So I heard without these bees, we wouldn't have vegetables and whatnot. Here's another quote from one of these nerds. Our Killer Bee beer is a fun side project to our wider Pharma Bees studies. Our research into bees is uncovering how honey, beeswax, and other bee byproducts can play a role in solving some of the world's biggest challenges, including tackling antibiotic resistance and superbugs as well. I like superbugs. That's pretty cool. I want to see some honey bee beer on the shelves pretty soon. It sounds great. I'm sure it'll be all the buzz. All the buzz. Come on, guys. All the buzz. Come on. Come on, the puns, guys. How many is unlimited puns you get? Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Come on, hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Hey. Hi, my friends. How was your lengthy holiday weekend? I hope it was swell. All right. I'm lying. I hope it wasn't just swell. I hope it was stupendous. Another great adjective that starts with S. I'm just throwing them out there today, guys. Oh, yeah. I had a good time. Had a barbecue. Had some amazing food at the barbecue, including lobster and steak. Jonesy, high roller. That's right. You know it. Potato salad. Banana cream pie. Had to have a couple helpings of that. You know, it's not every day you come across the banana cream pudding pie. It was delightful. Yeah. What else did they have there? They had some. It was higher end. They had pate. Yeah, not into it. Tried it. Not into it. Yeah. I'll pretty much try anything except for bear meat. Not gonna be trying that anytime soon. I mean, I would try it, but it better be burnt to a crisp. Even then, I'm not sure. Some family reunions take place in rural communities. You got to watch out. You could walk away with brainworms. You know. And then you walk away and you think, did I get that brainworm from kissing my cousin? No, it's from the bear meat. Oh, again? Oh, yeah. Tennessee. All right, I'm going to keep this outro brief because I'm bored. You want to support the show? You can do it. Go to weirdafnews.com. That's the place to go. You can also email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. And I have a phone number here. You can leave a voicemail, 646-450-2012. State your name, where you're from. Tell me what kind of wild meat you like.